We're going live on YouTube, and we're also going live, hopefully, on Instagram. We're going to be talking about what it's really like for a female entrepreneur to begin on a journey which is predominantly male. Our next guest today, her name is Maria Pruna. I'm sorry, I'm so off my game, but we'll jump into it. Welcome, everybody. This is Let's Talk Careers, and my name is Miss V. I'm going to be talking with Maria Pruna, otherwise known as the Car Lady, and she's going to be talking to us very shortly. We're only bringing you just a trailer buzz of a longer interview that we encourage you to have to go and watch later on our YouTube channel. And we're going to be talking to Maria really quickly about some of her tips behind the scenes of success as an entrepreneur, and also how you stay relevant in a very busy market where almost everybody seems to be doing the same thing. Thank you for joining me, Maria. How are you today?
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm very good. Ramadan is in. Very excited about the vibes in Dubai. So only good stuff.
Amazing, amazing. So much to get into, such a short time. We don't want to stay long because we definitely want everyone to go to the YouTube channel and watch the full interview. But just give us a little trailer, I guess, a trailer version of who you are and what you did and why you want to be doing these interviews with me and other people and what you're hoping the audience will take away. I know that's a lot. That's a mouthful.
I'll try to keep it short. So I'm basically the car wash lady, but before that, I had a long career in corporate in Belgium, where I never dreamt I was going to have my own company. Because of my upbringing and my actual background, I was never thinking of business. I was supposed to be a teacher. So I spent 5 years of my life studying to become an English and Spanish teacher. But then I realized that was not the career for myself. So then I pivoted to corporate. And one day, thanks to my current husband, I decided to go into business. This was not my actual, as I said, dream. He just said to me, actually, you could be very good at it because you have the knowledge, you know how to sell, you know how to, build a business. Why not do it and see what happens? So we kind of joined forces in this journey, and I built my first car wash in Belgium. Long story short, it became successful, and in almost 2 years, we managed to sell it at a profit and took the decision to move to UAE, to Dubai, to create some sort of like spin-off, our own car wash. We tried first in Dubai, didn't work. We went to buy it in Sharjah, and from that moment onwards, I moved here and I decided to spend my time building this business. Now, just like you said, this is a very much male-dominated industry here with the automotive one, and it's very hard for you to find a place for yourself because there's so much competition, there's so much saturation. So it's very hard to become someone unique and to sell your services when everyone else does the same. That
Mm.
was actually my biggest fear. And then I realized there's a way to go around that, which was basically to create a brand for myself, which is the car wash lady. And secondly, to speak about it openly. That's why you see me speaking at events, on podcasts. Again, thank you, Maria, for giving me this opportunity to inspire others and inspire basically people who never thought about becoming a business owner, or even students, just like I was when I first decided to, oh, I want to become a teacher, just to open their eyes to what might work for them, but nobody actually told them about this. This is the discovery moment I want to have through my channels, through LinkedIn, like the podcast, because there's so much room to conversation around this. And I'm sure many people would become much more interested in the business side if they knew what's all about it.
Mm. I really, really love what you're what you're doing, Maria. And I know we don't have a lot of time, and I definitely don't want to get into a long-winded conversation. But just over the last couple of days, Andrew Yang, who is an advocate for human human economy and retaining humans in that work field, has written an interesting article that's getting global attention, in that he's saying that anyone sitting behind a desk looking at a computer runs the risk of being replaced by automation within the next 15 months. We hear a lot about that. And in doing that, young people are being encouraged to do more skilled trades where they need to use their hands. Would you say in the field that you're in right now that you see interest coming from young people? Is that something that you've seen more of, or is it something that you think, you know what, we need more young people in this field?
Definitely, we need more young people here. It's something that people don't actually think about. They think about skills like, oh, I need to learn the soft skills first. Whereas there's so much opportunity in doing the, as you said, the blue collar type of works. And there's so much like long career paths that can be created for these individuals. It's just that people run after what is fancy, what is fun and glamorous, and they don't think that there's enough like opportunity in the traditional kind of roles where, as you said, you have to get your hands dirty, you have to become creative, you have to find solutions that are outside of the box, where AI, for example, cannot come in and do the job because it's like manual work. So all those categories of like jobs have a future. There's so much more into it, but again, I feel that we don't speak enough about that, and that's why students and young generations are demotivated to go down those paths. There's no even like role models. There's no success stories around that to motivate them, to give them the hope that, oh, actually, if I spend my time doing this, it will become successful.
Yeah, that's a big one. Definitely need another conversation. We did talk about having our own podcast. Maybe we need to dive into that there. But Maria, any plans for you to bring in humanoids into the business? Is that something that you guys have been thinking about?
Never. Actually, fun fact, in Belgium, we have so many automated car washes that we were so fed up with them. And for us, it was, like a breath of fresh air to know that in UAE, it's only manual hand car wash business running. When you speak about cars, there's so many details, there's so many things that the human can understand and they can apply that there's no competition with robots, humanoids, or anything of that sort. It's impossible. It's a craft. And if you look into the detailing side, it's even harder because the machine cannot actually comprehend the specificities of cars and of what it means to apply specific products on the dashboards, or it's very, very intricate. Plus the investment on those would be so big, so much bigger that I don't think business in this current climate would be able to go for this sort of investment. But definitely it will continue being something that connects people, actually, because our workers have such an in-depth relationship with the clients love to have our specific workers on site. And I feel it's like even much more than a car wash job, is more like a connecting job. It's a human job, right? People love to sell and buy from people, so that's basically what we are facilitating.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I think, I really do think we need to be advocating for more human-based work, and maybe, maybe supporting companies who support humans in the workplace. I think, we've seen a lot in terms of power of socials and power of the people over the last years, where a message is driven across and the power of the people. So maybe we need to put more attention into companies that hire humans first and keep humans relevant in the workplace. Definitely another conversation. You know me, I'm Miss V, and I like talking about these disruptive conversations. We only have about 4 minutes, Maria, and I know that you're a huge advocate for women in the workplace, particularly women in entrepreneurship. Here you are, a woman, you went into an industry that is different for women, very probably more on the 1% than it is of the 99%. What do you have to say? What's your message for a woman out there that is thinking about launching into entrepreneurship, but worried about what to do, and will she be ready enough to do it in about 3 minutes?
Sure. We women tend to feel like everyone will judge us. There will always be someone who will hate our work. We are so concerned about what everyone says that we stop thinking about what we want to achieve. So I would say to everyone who's trying to build their own business, think about you and your version 3 and 5 years from now. The decisions you take today will have an impact, whether it's the business will run or you will stop it and create something else. Just start today. As a woman, you have a place at the table, even if nobody speaks about that. We should have much more believe in ourselves and guts to pass through all these, prejudices and trying to, make sure that we have those spaces for ourselves. If one can do it, so can the others. I am just an example. And I want everyone to understand that if I could do it, so they can as well. And there's no place or no industry where we are not welcome. It's just a matter of us taking ownership of that space and making it ours, not
I
allowing
love.
or not accepting everyone to say, oh, it's not your place or you are not traditionally or historically, part of this community. This is the moment where we can rewrite the narrative. And if it's not us, then nobody will do it for us. So it's kind of also our role to change that. That's why I'm encouraging people to step forward and try to make this our reality and the reality of the small girls that are learning from us today, so that in the next generation, everyone has space, irrelevant of their gender.
I really appreciate you saying that. I think often anyone, male, female, when you're so focused on what other people are thinking, you're not really focused on the goal. And I think we probably would agree on this that we have to focus on the goal, because the world of entrepreneurship, it's not for the weak-hearted, is it, Maria? And I think, every day that I think, what are they thinking about me? What are they saying about me? I'm really off my game, and I know I have a mission and I need to stick to the mission. And anyone on board, welcome, and anyone that is in the audience and kind of, dismissing what I do, that's your view from the audience, but you got to keep going. And I know that in your business as well, you must have had, several comments about this is, what's a woman doing in a car wash? And, being in that surrounding must have been very challenging for you. So I appreciate that you don't just say those words, because often I think we hear words of affirmation like that, particularly for women, but it's women like you who are not just, you're not just preaching, you're actually in action doing it every single day. Thank you so much for being here with me, Maria. I know it was a short time. I can see Ahmed sending you out some great comments here. He's saying human to human car wash experience, continue growing, Maria. And he says that you have an amazing career path. So you are definitely inspiring both men and women out there. Thank you for being here with me, Maria. And thank you, everybody on LinkedIn, on YouTube. I don't think we made it to Instagram because this Miss V forgot to click the live button on Instagram, but we'll definitely have to do it again next time. And that is it for this week. I'll bring another incredible guest. Her name is Nancy Haynes, and she's going to be talking to us about confidence and career pivots in the workplace. Thank you, Maria, and thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to head over. I've put the link in the comments. You could watch the full-length interview with Maria Pruna. Thank you, everybody. Bye.